We have a real problem in this country. It goes beyond any particular issue, left or right. It goes beyond any branch. We have to come together, both left and right. There's not a divide like they say, like the media says. Like it's been a psyop, pitting us against one another. It really has. They make it seem like the left is the worst thing in this world. They make it seem like the right is the worst thing in this world. And they put both on the respective media channels. They take the worst of the worst and make it the most prevalent. They pit us against one another to completely break us at our knees. It's like if you had a football team and you pitted the offensive players against the defensive players, and one was trying to ruin the other throughout the entire game. Or it's like if you split the offense in half and the offensive line was just completely against the quarterback, running back, wide receivers, what have you. And this is a terrible analogy. It's a sports analogy. I don't really involve myself with a lot of that anymore, but you would never win. You would be the weakest team out on the field if any of those things happened. And that's what we are becoming. As a people, we are becoming the weakest people of any country in this world. We are not banded together. And that's the agenda. One of two things are going to happen. Eventually, it's inevitable. We're either going to be too weak so that the oligarchs, the real divide between the oligarchs and us, they're going to have complete authority in our day-to-day life. And we're very close to that. We give everything from Monday to Sunday to these motherfuckers. We work our asses off, and they don't, we give a quarter of our paycheck away. We work 3 months out of the year for the government. We can get arrested by not paying taxes, not paying parking tickets, you name it. But they can go rape children. They can go launder money. They can go work on behalf of another country, and not a goddamn thing happens. So either they have complete control over us to the point where it's a real dictatorship, and we're real close to that. Or two, we are so weak as a country that the entire world is going to wage war upon us. So if my generation, who is the first in line to do something about this, really, as a collective, doesn't do anything, we're fucked. I don't know what's going to happen. If you're unplugged, none of this will make sense. And, good for you. God bless. It just rattles my brain every day trying to dive into this stuff. My entire life, I'm the generation I was the first generation really to remember the young one to remember 9/11. And ever since then, it it never really made sense to pay attention to anything within school regarding government or politics or anything like that. It just all felt out of reach. It felt like no matter what you did, didn't make a difference. Voting never seemed to make a difference. It wasn't until Trump in 2016 where it felt like we had a voice because he was a disruptor. But in reality, he's not. I mean, he's the most Zionist president since I don't know when. He works for another country. I mean, just look at his behavior. Look at what they tried to do. Look at what he tried to do with the Epstein files. Him, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi. They all said it was either a hoax or they didn't exist. Well, that's obviously not true. And now that the first 3 million documents have been released, you kind of understand why. I mean, he's not necessarily implicated, I mean, for anything that we can prove. And I wouldn't say he's even in the top echelon of bad actors in those files. But he's obviously trying to protect some people that are, and maybe a group of people or maybe a country that have deep ties to everything within those files. Epstein himself is more than likely a Mossad agent. It just feels like everything we do is for one country, and it's not the United States. We have veterans on the street. We have veterans blowing their fucking brains out. But yet we can afford $3 billion here, $6 billion here, $100 billion here, every goddamn year to other countries. One in particular, who wages war on everybody in their region. They're responsible, directly, indirectly, for at least a third of our national debt. It's so sickening. It's so sickening. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know if a revolution here is going to come first. I don't know if World War III is going to happen upon us before that. There's a lot of tension around the world. There's a lot of uncertainty. There's a lot of chess pieces being moved around strategically. We've got to do something. I don't know what that something is really yet. I keep thinking about it. I keep thinking about what to do. We certainly need Charlie Kirk in this moment, or we need to act or think like him. We're going to need to start speaking boldly, loudly, bringing people together. Not doing what Nick Fuentes is doing, which is, I don't know, maybe there's a quiet agenda on his behalf. Maybe he's trying to rally everybody to come together, but that's really what needs to happen is we as a people, all 350 million of us, or, minus the 20% or 15% that are just fucking crazy. We need to come together and we need to overthrow the government. We can't overthrow like how it operates or the logistics of it. The Federalist Papers explain the intricacy of our government and And it's how our government operates and how it's set up is quite amazing. It's astonishing that it ever came to be. But James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, and John Jay, mostly the first two, wrote these papers to ratify the Constitution, and it's amazing what they came up with and the reasoning behind it. We have to keep that. We can't just like destroy, we can't just tear down every institution. We have to get rid of the people that are currently in control of it and then start from scratch completely. Not the institutions themselves, but the people within them, the people that control them, the people that are purchased by other countries, by lobbies within this country, outside of this country. And we have to start representing ourselves again. We have to start representing the people of this country again. We have to meet in the middle. We have to find some common ground. Maybe we allow a lot of the illegal immigrants that are not felons, they're not criminals, to acquire citizenship just for manpower alone to overthrow what's going on. Because we have a hell of a fight coming up. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it's going to be. External, internal. But yeah, we have to band together. We have to love thy neighbor. We have to forget our differences before we don't have any. We have to try to love one another. We're never going to see eye to eye, some of us. But it would be a much better scenario if we saw eye to eye willingly rather than forcefully. Like if shit hits the fan and we're forced to see eye to eye because the entire country is coming at our throat, or our government is coming at our throat because they have total power, total authority over every action that we do. I would say it's much better to have that happen organically at the level of the people versus have that forced upon us. And I don't even know what else to say on this. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm a crazy person on the fringes. It doesn't seem that way. But I hope I'm wrong. We have to pray, bring more people to Christ. We have to stray people away from all the pitfalls in this country, whether it's excessive drinking, pornography, drugs. I mean, you name it. We need to bring this country closer to Christ. And we must do it soon because I feel like we don't have a whole lot of time left. Just give it a shot. Pray to God tonight. Pray for someone you love. Pray that He opens your mind and heart up to understand the other side maybe a little bit more. Pray that your adversaries become your friends. Pray that this nation opens itself up to Christ again, to God. Just pray for peace in this world. because there's a lot of animosity going on. And there are nuclear weapons everywhere you look on the map. I don't know. Just try to open your mind and heart, even if you do think the other side is batshit. Let's try to come together. God bless, and good night.